Do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law. Frater Oz again. Wanted to make a video. I tried to make this yesterday, but I was just really busy and there was a lot of road noise. I had to try to make it while I was driving. But sitting here in Indiana getting unloaded, and I wanted to make a video about something, a term that gets bandied about from time to time in the Thelema community, and just kind of show you what it is, representations of it within the Thelemic system, which it exists all throughout the system. And it is something that we have touched on in the past, but we're going to talk about it a little bit differently. And this is what's called the 5-6. Okay, you will hear Thelemites in conversation, like, oh, you mean the 5-6, and it sounds all mysterious and everything, but it's really not. It is something that we've discussed before, although it imparts a little bit of a different meaning. So let's talk about it. Okay, before we get started, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave me a comment below. And then consider joining the Patreon to support the channel moving forward. The link is down in the description below the videos. We have t-shirts down there. Now, if you click on the t-shirts to look at them, click all the way through to the main site, because they only show you a couple of designs down below, and some of the better designs are actually on the store itself. So click through the t-shirts to look at all the designs. And then there's also a Facebook group you can join. Now, it's not very active or anything, but I do announce live streams and stuff like that in there. So that's down in the description below as well. So let's talk about the 5-6, okay? So on a very basic level, the 5-6 refers to the unification of opposites, or love in Thelema, okay? But the 5-6, when it's spoken of in that context, is a little more specific, okay? So the first and most obvious place that we see the symbolism of the 5-6 is in the Unicursal Hexagram with the flower in the center. Okay, you have this 6-pointed Unicursal Hexagram with the 5-petaled flower in the center. Okay, sometimes this is also represented by a pentagram, which 5-pointed star. Okay, so you have the 5 and you have the 6. Okay, now the 6 is the hexagram, which is a planetary symbol, so it therefore represents astronomical, or the universe. It represents the macrocosm, and that's really what most people will say most often, is that the 5-6 is the unification of the macrocosm with the microcosm, or that which is really big with that which is really small. Okay, so you could think of the Unicursal Hexagram itself as representing Nuit, or the universe, or the macrocosm. It is planetary in nature. And then the 5-petaled flower, or the 5-pointed star in the center, is representative of an elemental force, which more represents man. You could think of perhaps Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, and the way he's sprawled out in the shape of a 5-pointed star. Okay, so the idea of the 5-6 is the bringing together of the universe with man, or with the point of experience. So you've got the unification of Nuit and Hadit, the 6 and the 5, the universe and man, the point of experience and the container of all the experiences. Okay, now this is also represented throughout Thelema, like not just when we're talking about love and the unification of opposites in a general sense, but more specifically when we talk about what's more or less the main goal of Thelema, which is the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel. Okay, so if you think about where on the tree the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel occurs, it is in Tifereth. Okay, Tifereth is a sphere that is represented by the 5=6 degree of AA. Okay, so if you the way the AA grade structure is laid out, you have 1 = 10. Now we're looking at the spheres of the tree of life, the 10 spheres. Okay, you have 1 = 10, 2 = 9, 3 = 8, 4 = 7, 5 = 6. So there's this convergence in Tifereth of the higher and the lower. Okay, so when you, I mean, of course it converges on some level in each sphere, but when you think about the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel, I've spoken before in the video on Kabbalah that there are multiple ways to use and view the Tree of Life, from a top-down perspective, from a bottom-up perspective. So what you have here in this convergence in the 5-6 is the convergence of the light coming down from Kether throughout the tree, and the man or woman, the individual, progressing up the tree and kind of meeting in the middle here in Tifereth, okay, this 5-6. And when I talked about the unification of opposites, I talked a lot about balance, and also in the Tree of Life, about balancing these 4 spheres to try to get into Tifereth and stay there to obtain knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel, okay? And this balance is what helps you to reach that 5-6, okay? So another place that we see the representation of the 5-6 is you always see he strikes the battery 3-5-3. He strikes 11 times upon the bell, 3-5-3. We see this representation of 3-5-3 in a lot of places throughout the rituals of Thelema, okay? Now the 3-5-3, okay, is the 5-6. You have the 3s on the outside and the 5 in the center. So it's the unification of the 6 and the 5. The 5-6. You have the 5 in the middle surrounded by the 6. Okay, so it's another representation of this unicursal hexagram with the 5-petaled flower in the center. It's another representation of the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel, of Tifereth, of this balance that we're attempting to strike within ourselves and between ourselves and that which is not ourselves, the universe and us, in order to come to this place of balance to attain to the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel. So when you hear people talk, someone talking about something and someone says, oh, the 5-6, and that is what they mean. They're talking about this theme that runs throughout Thelema of the unification of the microcosm and the macrocosm, or the unification of opposites, or love in Thelema. So, I wanted to kind of make this video to bring that together and put a little bit more of a point on it, because you do see representations of this throughout Thelema. Another thing that's worth mentioning is that 5 plus 6 equals 11, which is the 11-fold word, abrahadabra. This is all of this stuff. The number 11 is a representation of the unification of the 5 and the 6. We have all of these things throughout Thelema that alludes to or points to the 5-6. And the 5-6 is the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel, or the unification of Nuit and Hadit, the universe with the point of experience, or us, each individual star. We have these representations throughout the system, and it's something that's important for you to realize, so that you can notice it when these references come up. It's just on a symbolic level. All of these things can help you to better understand what you're looking at in rituals, and just in conversation with other Thelemites, and the texts themselves. When Crowley refers to things that allude to the 5-6, it's not so much stated a lot, and when people do refer to the 5-6, it's usually just in passing, and it's not really talked about outwardly. And so a lot of people don't really know what's being said, or don't really understand the concept and how important it really is to Thelema and how central it is. So I wanted to make this video just to kind of point out some places that it exists, that is obvious to see, so that you can further research it and notice it when it comes up. I appreciate you guys' support. Again, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave me a comment below, And consider joining the Patreon to support the channel. I appreciate all of you patrons. You know, it means a lot to me that you're willing to support the channel. And then also down in the description below and below the videos, we have the t-shirts and the Facebook group. So I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching. Love is the law. Love under will.